Hello and welcome. 2025 is truly shaping up to be the year of AI agents. Gartner forecasts the global spending on generative AI to skyrocket to $644 billion by the end of 2025, and Agentic AI playing a pivotal role in this transformation. Now, as businesses rush to embrace agentic AI and as leaders drive those innovative initiatives, I want to dive deep to explore the business value of agentic AI and how leaders can leverage it for strategic growth of their businesses. With that, let's get started. All right, welcome back. Let's get started. As you know, the topic of our discussion is how leaders can leverage agentic AI for strategic growth, and here is the agenda. So we're going to look at what are AI agents first of all before we really deep dive into the business value of AI agents, and then we're going to look at their litmus test, because in the market right now, uh, people are getting confused with people are assuming AI chatbots to be as AI agents. Therefore, I think having that litmus test to truly understand whether a so-called AI agent is truly an AI agent, I think that's helpful. And the second thing that we're going to look at is how do AI agents work, and what's the business value of AI agents, and then how to adopt AI agents in your organization, and then we're going to look at the popular AI agent frameworks that come useful when you try to build multi AI agent systems, and then last but not the least, the challenges that organization face with building AI agents. So this is what the agenda is, and all the links that I have used to prepare this presentation will be mentioned in the description. Right, so let's get started. So what are AI agents? Before I really talk about the definition of AI agents, I think it's important to bring up this Wall Street Journal article that says everyone is talking about AI agents, barely anyone knows what they are. I think the article is impressive. It distills the real definition of AI agents vis-a-vis chatbots. So I thought it's important to mention it over here. Coming to the definition of AI agents, AI agents are programs that can autonomously perform a task on behalf of a user. So they have that autonomy, whereas that doesn't exist with a chatbot. Um, and to give you an analogy of what exactly is an AI agent, imagine having a top performing employee in your company who never takes a break, doesn't get tired, and handles all tedious tasks that drains your team's time. You may call it a superhero, but it's not, it's an AI agent. That's an AI agent and an analogy to make it clear as to what exactly an AI agent is. Now, coming to the components of AI agent, what exactly is AI agent composed of? The first thing is model. It's an LLM model, be it ChatGPT or Anthropic. So model acts as a brain that provides that language processing, reasoning ability, and action capabilities. So model is the crucial component of an AI agent, and then there is a persona that ensures there is a role consistency and behavior adaptation. So and then AI agents also have memory where they store the state. That memory can be a short term, long term, episodic memory, consistent memory, and last but not the least, they also have tools that compose of functions, yeah, and or any external uh, physical interface or web search or anything. That's the those are the components of an AI agent, and that's the definition of AI agent. Moving on, and let's take a look at the litmus test of an AI agent. So when someone says that they've got an AI agent in the company, I think they need to answer this couple of questions to ensure that the so-called AI agent is truly an AI agent. Does the so-called agent make a decision? Right, that's the first question that they should be answering. If yes, and then does the so-called agent take an action as well? If the answer to both these questions is yes, then they have an AI agent. Um, so now moving on to understand how do AI agents work. Well, how are they working? So as we looked in the previous slide, the components of AI agent, these AI systems first devise a plan with series of steps to accomplish a task. That's when the LLM comes into the picture here, the brain of the AI agent, the model. And then they use function calling to connect to external tools such as application programming interface, data sources, web searchers, and even other agents if it's a multi AI agent system, and that can help fill any gaps in their knowledge. And then post they execute their plan of action. Autonomous agents learn from feedback and store learned information in memory to improve future performance. So yeah, that's how the AI agents work, and this exactly correlates with the components diagram that I showed in the previous slide. Now, moving on, now we know what an AI agent is, how it works, and we also know the litmus test to really figure out whether a so-called AI agent is truly an AI agent. Now, let's take a look at the business value of AI agents. Why should we use it? What's the benefit of it out of it? So, AI agents deliver business value in three main areas. First is automation of standardized business processes. AI agents can handle repetitive tasks with accuracy and speed, right? Reducing human error and enabling employees to focus on high value work. So anything that's repetitive, and that can be automated using AI agents, and in this area they perform much better than human employee, and therefore they reduce human error. Second is they're good at collaboration with humans. So acting as intelligent collaborators, virtual agents in AI enhance human teams by providing actionable insights, supporting decision making, and executing tasks that augment human expertise. So they can be used in conjunction with humans to augment human expertise. Third, uncovering data insights. Well, in data rich environments, AI agents analyze and synthesize information at a scale no human team could match, identifying patterns and delivering insights that drive strategic decisions. So these are the three key areas where AI agents can really derive huge business value. Now, moving on, so what's the return of investment on agentic AI? Now, so what will we get out of it? So let's take a look at few studies. So research from industries like Google, Anthropic, and Deloitte reveals that organizations implementing agent robust agentic AI systems can see significant improvements in productivity and efficiency. That's is one business benefit, ROI. For example, if I talk about data, companies have reported a competitive advantage with customer confidence surging up to 30%. And then according to another study by Futurum Research in partnership with Salesforce, agentic AI systems like Agentforce, which is Salesforce agentic AI, can help enterprises achieve return of investment up to 5 times faster and reduce costs by 20% compared to DIY approach. So yeah, these are the few um, statistics on the return of investment on agentic AI. And the same report also highlights that AI adoption could contribute an additional 4 trillion to the global economy by 2028. So here is the ROI on agentic AI. Um, Moving on, and switching gears a bit, now let's take a look how to adopt AI agents in your organization. The first thing is obviously with adoption of any technology, having clear objective, defining clear objective. What do you aim to achieve with this technology? In this case, AI agents. What do you want to achieve? Do you want to reduce costs, revenue growth, customer satisfaction, or building an economic moat? So that's the question that the leaders should be asking. And then aligning AI initiative with business goals. So ensuring that AI projects are underpinned by your company's strategic objectives, whether it is cost reduction, increasing revenue, customer satisfaction, or creating a compelling or competitive advantage. Aligning AI efforts with business goals ensures relevance and maximizes impact. So aligning that AI initiative with business goals is key. And then Post to do that, securing executive sponsorship, having support from top management obviously is crucial for securing resources and driving organization change. um, and executive sponsorship can also help align AI initiatives with broader business strategies. And then once you get your top management on the same page as you, then the second goal is to have stakeholders buy-in, ensure executive and departmental alignment. And then last but not the least, here the real action begins. Start with high impact use cases, identify areas where AI can deliver significant value, prioritize projects that address pressing challenges or offer substantial benefits, such as cost reduction, revenue growth, to really demonstrate early AI return on investment. So, yeah, here is a simple blueprint as to how leaders can go ahead with adoption of AI agents in their organization. Moving on, and let's take a look at AI agents framework. And these frameworks really come useful when you want to build multi AI agent systems, right? So first of all, let's try to understand what are AI agents. First of all, AI agent frameworks, what are they? So organizations can build AI agents from scratch. Obviously you can do that using programming languages like Python, JavaScript. However, a quicker, more scalable approach involves using an AI agent framework. So this speeds up your AI, your building journey of AI agents. Agentic frameworks are the building blocks for developing, deploying, and managing AI agents. They act as a building block, and these software platforms have built-in features and functions that can streamline and speed up the process. So yeah, that's what the definition of AI agent frameworks are. And then moving on, let's take a look at popular AI agent frameworks in the market. So you can see the list on here: Autogen, Crew AI, LangChain, LangGraph, Llama Index, Semantic Kernel. Many of them are open source. If I talk about Autogen, that's an open source framework from Microsoft for creating multi-agent AI applications to perform complex tasks. Same as Crew, it's an open source like Autogen. It's an orchestration framework for multi-agent AI solutions. Think of it as Kubernetes. So in the world of Docker, we have Docker containers, right? So if you've got multiple Docker containers, in order to orchestrate them, we need Kubernetes, which acts as an orchestration engine. Same is the case with agentic AI frameworks. They're like orchestration framework like Kubernetes. Sorry about that. Then LangChain is another open source framework for building LLM powered applications. LangGraph, again, it lives within the family of LangChain ecosystem. This framework excels at orchestrating complex workflows for multi-agent systems. Um, and then Llama Index is an open source data orchestration framework for building generative AI and agentic AI solutions. Last but not the least, Semantic Kernel, again an open source weapon from development kit from Microsoft for building enterprise grade generative AI applications. So here's a quick look at popular generative or agentic AI frameworks. Moving on, now let's take a look at what are the challenges companies face when they try to deploy AI agents, right? The first one is data privacy concern. It's an important one. So developing and operating advanced AI agents requires acquiring, storing massive volumes of data. Now, and therefore, organizations should be aware of data privacy requirements and employ necessary measures to improve data security. So, having that employing those measures to improve data security is important here to ensure data privacy is ensured. And then ethical challenges, right? So in certain circumstances, deep learning models may produce unfair, bias, or inaccurate results. Applying safeguards such as human reviews ensures customers receive helpful and fair responses from the agents deployed. So having that human in the loop is important. And then technical complexities. uh, Implementing advanced AI agents requires specialized experience and knowledge of machine learning technologies. Developers must be able to integrate machine learning libraries with software applications and train the agents with enterprise specific data. um, and then last but not the least, is limited compute power or compute resources. Training and deploying deep learning AI agents require substantial computing resources. And when organizations implement these agents on premise, they must invest in and maintain costly infrastructure that is not easily scalable. And that's when I think the answer to that would be ensuring that they use one of the cloud providers that's there in the market. So yeah, that's it. I think that hope this was helpful, and hope this gave you a good understanding of agentic AI. What's the business value of it, how to use it, how to deploy it. Hope you find it helpful. Thank you.